I hope that goes away.
What you got? What goes away?
I don't want this.
Just move it.
I don't know how.
Here we go. That's good.
Yeah, we'll just move it all the way down there. I don't care. All right. So you get downstairs, and a guy you may have seen before just in passing, but never known his name. Short, dark hair, hints of gray inside of it. He walks up to you and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Gallipor."
Gallipor.
Gallipor, indeed. You may not know me. I am no gladiator. I am but a slave to this house, and I am mainly a bookkeeper.
Oh,
He says, I take bets for anything and everything, whether it's in training, if you best someone, whether it's across the street in a battle and you best someone, or maybe even a major game that the
I've heard of
Roman
you, friend.
Senate or Emperor has requested our service. I take bets of any kind and all kinds.
I have heard your name. I just did not know your name. I've heard of you. I did not know your name.
Yeah, indeed. My name is Galliport. It is a pleasure to meet you, Gervas.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Oh,
How does all this bet business work? I've been interested.
He says, whatever you want to bet on, I'm more than happy to take the bet. He says, if you win, I pay out the odds, and the gold is all yours to do with whatever you please.
And where can I
Any-
find you?
I merely am everywhere and anywhere. You say my name, I'll be there. I sleep in the cells with you gladiators, normally just as far away as any gladiator can be. Away from any gladiator as I can be.
Duly noted.
And he says, I'm sure you don't have any gold. Am I correct?
You're absolutely correct.
You know what? Answer me a question.
I will.
You know, okay. Would you kill my mother?
What did she do?
She's a whore. I hate her. Would you kill her?
Would I kill her
Would you kill my mother if I asked you to?
on your behalf?
If I asked you to, would you kill her?
Well, I don't know you, friend, so
Would you kill my mother if I asked you to? Just answer the question.
I don't kill women.
All right. And with that, he walks away. He doesn't say anything, just walks away. Do you change your mind or do you say anything?
I just gotta let him walk off, you know?
All right. As a DM, you just missed out on some gold.
That's fine. Like,
Okay, that's fine.
I stand by.
He was gonna give you some gold to start placing bets since you don't have any money right now.
I stand by my answer.
All right, that's fine. I like it. I like the fact that your character doesn't do that. And with that, guys, right there, even though we just had a brief break due to Gervas's camera cutting out, I'd like to take another break again. I have to urinate so hard that my brain is going to split in half. We'll be back with you in just a few moments, I promise.
He promises.
Or until the time that it takes you to switch videos, we'll be there for you with another episode of Roman D&D Session 4 going for you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I fucking love you guys.
Fucking love you.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is the third episode of the fourth session, if I believe. But I believe in a lot of shit, so it doesn't matter. No, I don't.
Okay.
When we left off, if I'm not mistaken, Gallus just came down and we were getting ready to leave because he has requested your assistance.
Yes.
Is that correct? Am I in the right mind of thinking that?
That is absolutely correct, and I'm excited for this.
All right. I have given Gervas permission to question me on anything he feels that is illogical or something that may not actually happen because I'm
Which I would do anyway.
kind of a couple in, guys. I think this is 4.
Quite a few in.
It might be 3. Who knows? Who cares?
That's
so.
fair.
With that said, I'm going to try to remain as focused as possible to bring the best viewer experience that I can. So, Gallus comes down the stairs and he says, he sees you waiting there. You have been offered another glass of water while waiting.
Oh shit, I'm taking that shit.
All right. Do you gulp it? You sip it? What do you do?
I'll sip it until I see Gallus, and then as he comes, I'll just finish it.
Okay. So that happens. Okay.
Okay.
You're still thirsty. Obviously, you sweat all day, and you only get a couple of glasses of water.
Yes.
So he comes down the stairs and he says, Gervas, are you ready?
Ready as
And he
ready
doesn't
as I'll
say-
ever be.
He doesn't say gladiator. He doesn't say that. He says your name, Gervas.
Gervas, yeah. I'll just say as ready as I'll ever be.
Alrighty. Well, with that being said, let's go. And he starts.
Let's go!
He starts walking towards the gate.
Sweet, I follow him. Wait, And where is the other guy?
Lensless, he's always about 2 or 3 feet behind him.
So am I behind him or am I in front of him? Or what's up?
You are side by side with Gallus.
Oh, okay. I'm walking with Gallus.
I'm assuming, yeah. You tell me where you are.
Okay, I'll walk with Gallus if he allows it.
Okay, yeah, he definitely allows it.
Sweet. So I'll be.
All right, so you guys start walking. You are now on the road.
Awesome.
And I'm going to show the map real quick, just so people kind of understand how I see this. They have now. He was waiting here. Gallus came down the stairs, asked for him. They walked out the gate, and they're now on the road. And this way is to town. This way is the way north out of Rome. So they are now heading towards town, west.
Well, we're not in Rome.
West,
Right?
that will turn to south. Right. It is not in Rome. It is in the northern part of the Roman Empire.
Okay.
So, with that said, let's get back to it. Do you say anything on the road to there?
I'm going to say, so Gallus, where are we heading?
And as you say, sir, like mid-sentence, he interrupts you and he says, before you say anything, he says, I'd like to remind you that when we enter the city market,
Yes.
you are a slave.
Absolutely.
With that being said, you will be required, and as most other people will see, you will be expected to present me as something higher than you.
All right.
My name to you will be Dominus,
Dominus.
and everything you do will be in a respectful manner. It'll be a head bow, Dominus,
Dominus.
with a head bow.
I head bow and say Dominus.
You say Dominus. Can I view this equipment? If you go to a blacksmith, Dominus, may I make a suggestion?
Okay.
You ask for permission for everything. If you don't, I'm required by law to punish you. And that I will do to keep the idea in everybody's head that I maintain a strict ludus. Hence the reason I am the best.
Completely understandable.
Okay. And you guys continue walking if you want to say anything. He says, before we get to town, if you have any questions, please ask.
I have to ask, what are we doing?
We're going to town. I have some things to pick up, and with the new knowledge I have of your capabilities in battle, at least from what I've seen, I don't know if it was luck, I don't know if it was skill, but what I've seen, I'm not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoyed, and I liked what I saw.
The feeling was mutual. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
All right, so I'm here because if you ever have to go and battle in a big games, whether it's requested by this a Senate member or the Emperor himself, I don't know if you're accustomed to Roman ways. The Emperor normally requests that we have games once a year in his name.
I think I would
Once
know
a
that.
month, I'm sorry.
I think I would know that.
Yeah. No, you may not. You may not.
Oh, I may not.
But there are
Okay.
games once a month in the Emperor's name.
Okay.
All right. And he says we have not yet had any idea of games or any note of games that may happen in the Emperor's name yet this month. So I'm assuming they may come rather quickly. But I do not want you to have to enter these games unarmored, ill protected.
Oh, so that's what this is about.
So we are going to town because I have some items to pick up, as well as some equipment for you as well. I see you are somewhat accustomed to 2 axes, which I personally will provide some axes that I have of myself. They may not be of superior quality, but they're very well maintained, and we can definitely sharpen them before battle. But they're not very often used.
Thank you. That's very appreciated.
With that said, I do not have any armor that you may have use of in the ludus, so I would expect you at some point to ask me to visit an armor smith while we're in town, or blacksmith while we're in town.
So are we going to, or?
We are going in town. I am picking up some goods, and at some point, expect you to request of my service to visit a blacksmith.
All right.
And I'm
What?
saying that with meaning, obviously, there are expectations of me to punish you if you don't ask properly.
Okay, I understand.
All right. Do you have any other questions? Why on the way to town? It's about a mile walk, of course. We've been over that.
Oh shit, mile walk. I'll ask him. What did he think about my performance
Your performance when?
during?
Because you've
Basically,
he's seen you perform twice now.
The performance? The one.
That question's your mind, I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one where I basically.
What do you say to him when he says, "Which performance do you speak of?"
God, I'm trying to think of the word. I can't put my finger on the word I'm trying to say. The execution. That's what I'm saying. When I executed that man.
I'll be honest. When I heard you say 2 axes, I thought that you were maybe of an ill mind. I thought that you may be partially ill or sick, and that you may have some wounds that still may need attended to.
No.
But obviously, with seeing you, fight, I was very pleased to see that. I love seeing blood. I'm a Lanista. As a Lanista, that is what I love.
You and me both.
I love seeing glory from my champions. That's what I want. With that being said, sometimes I want to see a kill last as long as possible. I want to see a guy stab a guy and then have this guy literally just fall and be miserable for the last few minutes of his life. And there's other times where I just want to see him get completely fucked, like you did. You cut this guy. This guy went fucking crazy. Lost his mind and started swinging wildly. And the next thing I know, you just completely fucked this guy.
I want to let you know I could have ended him first blow. I knew it was a show, so I tried to keep it going.
You want to go lay by the bay and make some, hey, what do you say? You made a rhyme, so I was...
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize what I say.
You said something about show and... I don't know. But you definitely made a rhyme.
I don't even know. Okay. Yeah,
but
I'm
no,
just saying.
I understand what you're saying. With that he says, there are things that please me. And again, I'll speak of this now, so we may not speak of it later. Rome is but your way out if you ever want out of this. He says, you give them what they want, they may someday request what you want. And what Rome wants is a show and blood. They want nothing more.
Exactly.
And he says, when he says that, he says, do you enjoy killing?
Very much so.
And he says, at what point, I guess, what is your idea of killing? Is it quick? Is it painful? Is it...
It's whatever the moment suits. If you request a show, I will provide.
He says, if all of Rome will request a show, when
I will look to you.
When I am ordered to provide gladiators for a show, he says, I can't tell you how they want it. I can tell you what Rome expects, and by Rome I mean the audience. He says, if you make the audience happy, you make the emperor happy, you make the Senate happy, you make everyone happy. However, if you do something that makes them unhappy, it may not be in your favor, even though you won. So with that being said, I think it's a testament to your will.
That statement he just said confuses me. Even if I won, I may not be the best.
I'll let you question it in a second.
Okay.
All right. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
And he says there are times where when you may be facing somebody that's killed a Senate member or raped a woman, that people, they don't want anything to do with this guy, and they want to see him suffer. So they don't want his head cut off immediately. They want to see him stabbed, and they want to see him bleed out over 20 minutes. They want to see him cut several times, bleeding from every part of his body. That's what they want. But there's times where it's okay to end a battle, and one swipe of an axe, where his head flies off, and you do something memorable. Everything you do has to be rememberable. That's what the audience wants. They don't want something that's going to last 2 seconds that they'll forget the next time they see you. Everything you do isn't for you anymore. It's now for the crowd.
All right.
If you ever want anything more from just killing, try to figure out what the crowd wants and do it. Outside of game, before game, if you ever want to roll a perception check to try to see if you can kind of get a feel, either what the crowd wants or not, you can always roll a perception check.
Okay. Cool.
I will let that happen.
Good info.
Yeah, I think that's ideal, and I think that's a good way to justify it.
Okay. I would normally just probably ask Gallus if I could, but
anyways, yeah, go on with the conversation. He explained kind of like how gladiating is, and what that fighting isn't just killing. It's now more of an entertainment when it comes to Rome.
I'm gonna
ask questions.
Okay. I'll say I'll provide a show to the best of my ability. I gotta be honest though, like when I feel like my enemy should be slain, I end them.
Indeed, as do all gladiators that enter the arena. Every person that stands across from you that wants to kill you is your enemy. You can't tell me when you enter an arena you're looking to die. Nobody is. Nobody here, nobody in my Ludus wants to die when they enter that arena.
Glad to hear it.
They have a bigger purpose that they want, whether it's for killing, for some of the stupider ones. And he gives like a wide-eyed look at you.
I just give a big grin. I'm like,
or it's for
killing is more
or it's for
of an art.
No, he doesn't let you respond.
Okay.
Or he says, or for it's the main purpose of being free someday. The thought of being free someday. He says, no person fights to die. He says they all want to survive. And he says they all give Rome what they want. He never mentions a certain name. He never says the emperor. He never says a ludus. He never says anything other than the fact of all of Rome. He constantly states all of Rome wants to see this, see that. This is what they want.
Where are these shows and games held?
He says once a month we travel to Rome. And he says that means we leave a week early. So every 3 weeks we are leaving for Rome. He says sometimes the emperor requests our presence in the fight of the games due to the name of to the name that our household holds. He says we have a very popular name in all of Rome. And they normally request our gladiators and their games, and normally it's more than one. He says occasionally he'll ask for a random gladiator to be executed.
Wait, what?
But it's normally not from my household.
Normally,
it's happened once.
So executed. Let me just ask.
Sent to kill, basically, meaning he's not well trained or anything. Meaning I know he's gonna die.
So a gladiator who is a piece of shit is sent to die.
My weakest gladiator, and is probably the newest and one of the ill-trained warriors, ill-trained gladiators in my house.
Okay.
And anyways, any other questions you have? Keep going.
Let's see. What did I ask so far? No, I'll just walk with him as we're walking. I'll say no. I'll ask about his bodyguard. What's his name? I forget his name. I'll just say I'll kind of motion back. Who's he?
He says you'll soon remember his name. If you have questions of him, please ask him yourself.
So no info to be had from you?
Says none that I will give. He says if you have questions of him, please ask him yourself. He is free to talk.
Oh, okay.
He says
I didn't know if...
Yeah, getting the answers out of him, that's the hard part. He is a man of few words. He doesn't like to share his stories, so.
Fair enough. I was a man of few words, but...
Was. Yeah.
Was.
So I've heard.
Yes, was. As of now, probably not. Yes. How far have we gone so far?
You're probably about 3/4 of the way there. So
Okay.
if you have any other questions, please hurry up.
I'll just make small talk and nothing important.
Okay.
I'll just like, hey, that's some cool looking grass. And
Not gonna lie, at this point, you know that part that I was talking about that kind of shows off, the white part on the
what?
overlay.
Oh yeah.
I just looked it. This is second time. I'm gonna. You know what?
That's fucking funny as shit.
I'm sucking it. No homo. I'm drunk. I don't even care. All right.
Did you mute? Oh my god.
All right, guys. My bad. Oh, there are often times when I'm drunk that I may do stupid things like that, but I care of no judgment that is made against me. I normally just face the crowd as it is, and they like me, they like me. If not, fuck them and go die in the fucking pit of hell. All right. Any other questions? Quick.
No, we get there and I will follow.
All right, you get there. He picks up the goods he wants. You see him pick up some fruits, some food.
Although, when I see a blacksmith, let me know.
All right, you know what? Real quick, let me switch this over.
Because I will be looking for one.
All right, so we enter town,
Also, I will be scanning the people around us.
and let's switch to town.
Yeah, cool.
And
Easy.
this isn't switched to town, so
I'm on town.
You're not. You are. Oh, there we go.
What's the wrong one?
I need to switch it to legacy mode, so make sure it switches when I switch.
Okay.
Excuse me. All right, so you guys go into town. You see to the north a drink shop, like for wine, for liquor, water, anything that a place may not have.
Shit, mine doesn't look the same as yours.
No, it does not. But you get the gist.
Okay, drink shop right here. Okay.
Yeah. To the south of it, you get herbs, like for healing, things like
Herbs.
that. Herbs, yeah.
Okay.
The
Potions.
second to the bottom left, on the left, on the bottom, I'm sorry. The second on the bottom is bathrooms.
Bathroom.
And you will find that bathrooms in public are very, very public. There are no doors. Any woman, any man that has to piss or shit, shits. All right? And a shit is with a stick with a cloth on the end. That's how they wipe their ass.
Okay.
They use the cloth on the end to wipe their ass, and they stick that inside of a bucket next to the guy that owns the bathrooms.
Okay, so now we walk by it, or do we stop before?
You guys walk by it.
Okay.
Gallus he says, you'll learn to soon take shit, piss before we leave.
Oh, I planned on it.
You know what? So I want you to roll a d20, since we have not rolled at all this game,
Good shit.
to see if you have to shit.
Okay.
Or piss.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay. I like it.
If you roll a...
What's a fucking D20?
Why do you want D20? If you roll a D20... If you roll a 14 or above...
I have to shit like a motherfucker.
No. If you roll a 14 or above, you would have to shit or piss.
Oh, okay. I know.
That's what I was going to say.
Piss. Sweet.
You don't have to shit or piss.
Maybe piss a little bit, but
No, yeah, you don't have to piss that bad.
I'll just piss on the.
All right, so let's go back to the map. To the north part, on the north part, the second shop you see is a brothel. You could definitely tell because there's whores waiting outside, and as you pass by, they're putting their hands all over you, saying, you know, like, hey, I want you inside me, and they're, you know, they're talking about your size and all that stuff.
Okay.
You know, because you're 6'7", you're a monster. You know, things like that. And what do you do?
I'll kind of like play it off and be like, I know.
Do you like kind of give in, like, oh yeah, or?
Like I will see you later.
Okay, I'm gonna roll on.
You keep walking. Well, I'm not gonna say it, like publicly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Gallus does not notice you kind of giving in to these whores.
Okay. I'm not giving in. I'm just like saying like, fuck yeah. Like I'll see you later.
All right, so you guys head to the north.
Maybe that is giving in. I don't know.
You know, you guys come from here, okay? And you head this way.
We go up.
Look
Okay.
at,
To the next shop.
Look at my screen. You guys head this way, okay?
Okay.
As you pass by,
The road.
roll a d20. Oh.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I just pushed the wrong button.
17.
All right. So as you guys walk by, you definitely notice an armor smith or an armor shop to the south. So
Okay.
as you pass
As
the
the-
brothel and go to the north, you realize where the armor shop is.
Okay, I'm gonna say Dominus,
And he stops and he looks at you. He says, "Yes."
may I examine these armors, or are we to do that when we come back?
He says, "In due time. Right now, I have other matters to attend.
Okay.
Follow."
I follow.
All right. He goes to the food
I
shop.
figured we'd do it on the way back, but it's just
Yeah, that's fine. You did the right thing.
I want
All
to
right.
catch it when the
All right.
time is.
So he ends up going to the food shop up here. Okay. He picks up some fruits.
Where?
To the north. Up here.
Okay.
Second shop. You can
'Cause I
see
don't-
it. You can see it on there.
I can see the billing. I can't see the labels.
Wow, that's stupid. I'll fix that. Yeah, up top you see the food shop. You go into the food shop,
Okay.
and he picks up a lot of fruits, a lot of various things like that. Things like that. He crosses the street, and you see a jeweler. It's a jeweler. Okay.
Okay.
And you see him not pick up like an expensive piece of jewelry for his wife, but something that may be, all right, let me figure out how to say this. It's not expensive, but it's of a nice price, I guess I should say. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
It's not the most
so
expensive.
something he may give his wife or his daughter.
So-
Obviously you wouldn't spend 1,000 gold on something for your daughter.
Yeah.
But it's of a nice price. I mean, you're sitting there next to him as he buys it, and you're like, of your intelligence, you're like, oh, that may be for the wife or the daughter. You have no idea.
Does it look? What does it look like? Can I do? I need to roll a check
I mean,
for that, or
if you want to look, if you want to, go ahead.
oh, let me fix my shit. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll roll d20 for that.
Okay.
7. What do I
Yep,
get?
you have
from
no
that?
idea.
I have no idea the value of that.
Nope, you have no idea the value of it. You see that it's a blue. Obviously, one of the main colors of the house. You see all the curtains, considering the fact that you've been all around the Ludus, are a navy blue. You see that it is a blue.
Okay.
But you can't even make the value of it because the exchange was so quick.
Okay. At this point, I don't give a shit because I don't fucking like jewelry anyway.
Okay, so from going from the jeweler here, you head down south and you see the whipping post in the middle, and you know it's a whipping post because there's a guy getting whipped in the middle of it right now.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Okay.
just a very skinny, scrawny slave that looks like he's been ill-fed for many a months, and he's getting whipped maybe for something something that you may not know of. Okay,
Okay.
something you do not know of.
Yeah, obviously.
But you see 2 or 3 guards actually whipping him all at once. One from the front side, the best that he can. Obviously, there's a post in the middle. So from with the post being in the middle. Hold on, let me show this on the screen real quick. So with the post being in the middle here, he's whipping him on the left and right side, the best that he can. He'll take 2 or 3 swings and hit him once or twice, depending. But with that said, you have no idea. And what do you think when you see this guy just whipping? I just want to know so I kind of have an idea of what your character feels like.
I just think back to when I was whipped, and I think that pretty hurts. But,
Okay.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be like a vigilante and like try to stop this shit or something.
All right. So when you see this whipping post, you're like, oh, all right, this guy's getting whipped. He probably deserves it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head further south and you see that and there's another food shop. And
Show me to where it is. I don't.
to the
have
bottom
labels.
left. Very, very, very bottom left.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the other food shop. And as he enters the food shop, he's just buying some various goods. And when he exits, he sees a guy that he knows. And you could tell it's another gentleman of nobleness, I guess I should say, if that's the way to say it.
Nobility.
Nobility, yes, indeed. He's wearing very nice clothes, as if Gallus was. And
Okay.
he is traveling with 2 or 3 other men that may look like they're protecting him.
Okay.
All right.
What does he say? Do I?
And this guy, it is Metrodora, but you will find out in just a second. He says, "Oh, Gallus, my friend, how have you been?" And Gallus
Gallus.
Gallus speaks up. Did I say it like that? Or are you just saying?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.